Marker. Take one. Okay, so.
That was great. I just got back from trip to Czech Republic. I was born in that country and lived there until I was about 28 years old. And then I came here to United States. That became my home since. So I just got back from the trip, and Jonathan asked me to talk about Czech money that I brought with me. 1,200 crowns. The currency in Czech Republic is crowns, just like in Sweden, but different. The 100 crown bill.
So how much is a crown in exchange to the American dollar?
Oh, it's about $20 or $19. 19 crowns per dollar to a dollar. So you can
give or take 20 crowns would be $1.
You can buy $1, one American dollar for about $20 or $19. 19 crowns. 20 crowns in a dollar, so you can buy a dollar for about 20 crowns. I think just like in any country, the people who are depicted on the money are somehow relevant or very important to the country's history or culture. And so it is in Czech money. So for example, on 1,000 crown is Mr. František Palacký. And František Palacký was called the father of the nation. He also contributed to independence, cultural independence of Czechs or Bohemians from the empire that Czech or the Bohemia used to be part of. Today, for 1,000 crowns, you can barely fill up the tank of your car, because gas is about double the money that we pay here in the United States. It's very expensive stuff. So for $50, you barely fill up, a small car's tank. It's usually like 1,400 crowns. On the 200 crowns bill is a guy whose name is Jan Amos Komenský, or Comenius, internationally known as Jan Comenius. And he is someone who was, we generally refer to this guy as a teacher of the nations. He is on our money because he contributed to the educational system in our country tremendously by introducing logical or logistic ways of approaching education. So that's why we have this dude here.
Did you know the person on it before when you first saw it?
You mean Jan Amos Komenský?
Yeah.
Of course.
Okay.
Yes. We were taught as children in school about this guy.
There you go.
Yeah. He has great importance for Czech history and actually European history as well.
What is the first thing you ever bought with a 200 crown piece?
I don't know.
Probably beer.
Probably cigarettes.
Cigarettes or beer.
Or beer, most likely beer.
Do you have any stories that just speak to you right off the bat about the 200 in general?
No, because I moved out of this country, as you know,
Right.
very long time ago. So every time I go there, it seems like there's new money.
Exactly.
So for me, this is new money.
Right.
And when I lived in that country, the 200 crown bill was not existent. The largest bill we had was 100. And
okay, so not even the 1,000 was in existence?
No. The largest bill was 100 crowns, and it was considered a lot of money then. And then shortly after the revolution and all the changes in Europe happened, the money also changed as the regime have changed. And so I think shortly after 1990, the new money was introduced to Czech system, and I believe there was 200 crown bill, but I don't know. The 100 crown bill, the most important and the most influential and the most relevant to history of Bohemians. Every Czech is Bohemian. Yoo-hoo, is Charles IV. Charles IV is the father of the nation. He's actually one of the three men in Czech history, in history of Bohemia, that was considered, or actually officially called, the father of the nation. He was the first. The second was František Palacký, and the third was Tomáš Garrigue Masaryk, who was the first Czech president after establishing the Czechoslovakia for the first time in 1918. Charles IV, he was responsible for great things like Charles University in Prague, which is considered one of the best universities in Europe.
Is he the guy in charge of the Charles Bridge?
Well, Charles Bridge is named by Charles IV. He built a great castle near Prague, Karlstein, where all the jewels of of Czech Bohemian history are stored. But not only that, he built many monuments, not only architecturally but also philosophically and politically. He contributed to great growth of Czech culture and education and how Bohemians were received in the rest of the world. He, to me, is the most responsible for the greatness of the nation of Czechs and Bohemians.
Is there any story particular that you can think about the 100?
Well, there is a story. There are many stories. I think that the 100-crown bill, for many Czechs, at least the old one, where it was the green bill, that was symbol of sort of not of wealth, but was a symbol of a good money. You had $100, 100 crowns in your hands. That was considered a big money. I remember how kind of like leathery, the texture of the old 100 crown bills were, always considered like the bill 100. Today, for 100 crowns in Czech, it's about $5. So you really can't buy much, but you can buy many beers, because beer still is 22 crowns in Czech Republic. So you can buy many beers. I do not have any stories with this. I don't really have a relationship with this money, with this new money. Like I said, it seems like every time I go there, it seems like there is always something new about the Czech money. But I like them. I think they're really well designed, and they're very artistically, they're just beautiful.
Any relationship with American currency?
Oh my God! Every time I come back, especially after a long trip like this one, when I get my, cash from ATM, my $20 bills, I'm like, oh, this is real money.
Yeah.
One just
it's
gets
worth
used.
Anything.
Yeah. It's worth something, and it's I don't know. I don't know how to describe that, but I think that the American money is just something about it that is solid, and yeah.
Right. So it's more powerful to you, more of a meaning.
Yeah, it seems that way. Although all the money, whether it's Czech or euros, I got a whole bunch of euros here. They represent value, right, financially. But yeah, I don't know why, but these guys, one doesn't feel like you can buy much for this. Maybe it's just a question of getting used to, if one lives in that country, it's certainly different. One turns the 1,000 crown bill a couple times before they spend it, because it's $50. That's my story.
And cut.